Overlord is an horror action film that takes place the day before D-Day during World War II, where we see a collection of soldiers go on a special mission to infiltrate enemy lines to destroy a radio transmitter. But the further they go behind enemy lines, the more they see the true threat at hand. The story is obviously fiction, but there was an actual operation on D-Day in World War II that was known as one of the most ambitious and largest invasions in history. The code name was Overlord, so I thought the title of this film made it even more clever, but it's coming from someone just finding that out now, so if you're a history lover, you probably would have already known that. Once this film puts his foot on the pedal, it doesn't let up. Given the hard punches and realities of war with sprinkles of the horror genre, this underrated gem Overlord 2018 is a great watch, and here's why. This is spoiler free, so feel free to watch in its entirety. I remember seeing this film in theaters when it came out, but I could definitely be wrong and saw it on streaming at some point. But for safety, I gave it a rewatch, and it still holds up with its action-packed scenes, pacing, and special effects. The characters are your characters that you would get in your general war film, but that's definitely not to say that the acting was average by any means. That brings me to the fact that this film being underrated really surprised me, considering the many notable faces in this film. I will say that this film feels like a war film first and not much horror, but that doesn't take away from the fact that when it's scary, it's scary. The tension built during the film was really well done too. The standout in this film were the special effects. Huge shout out to the special effects department for this film, because you felt and smelled everything you saw just by seeing the special effects alone within the film. This movie was made for theaters, and I mean that in the best way, because I felt that even watching it from my laptop. This film has great rewatchability. It's a solid film, so I have no idea why it went so underrated. I'm thinking because it was released in November instead of October, but like I said before, it does feel like a war film first before a horror film, so maybe that was the smart choice. Either way, this film brought shock, awe, and nausea. Overlord 2018 was a great film to revisit for me. It made me remember exactly why I put it on my list of films to talk about. From the intensity, to the mystery, to the action, it all meshed so well together, and I definitely recommend that you watch this film. It's free to watch, so no worries about spending any extra money to watch. I promise you won't be disappointed and that you'll have a lot of fun watching. Don't watch the trailer though. Just go straight for the movie. I'm kind of scared now because I don't want to overhype it, because that could work against it, but that's how much I enjoyed it upon rewatch. So, have you seen Overlord? If you have, why do you think it was so underrated? Let me know what you think. Remember to keep it kind and sweet. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.